Hello everyone. So the buzz has been going around because we are in weekend 3, I believe, of the Sephora Holiday Bonus Beauty Event, which if you are a VIB member means starting today, right now, you get 20% off in store or online. I have to start off, first of all, by saying that this video is sponsored by Sephora. I am really just... For someone whose heart belongs to beauty, my YouTube channel started with beauty. The primary focus has always been beauty. To be able to work with Sephora in any way is a dream come true, and that this opportunity has continued to become available to me is not something that I take lightly at all. And I am eternally grateful. And again, it is because of your continued support and you watching these videos that makes these opportunities happen. So thank you. I just wanted to get that out of the way. And also, since we are on the business end of this, let me also say all the information about the holiday bonus beauty event is in the description box, dates and the codes for the discounts. Again, it's 20% off for VIB members, and then next weekend is the Beauty Insiders. You too have your shot. So all that is below. Also, there are some limitations. The discount doesn't apply to shipping and fees and taxes and so forth. So be sure to check in store, or I'll put the link below for the full disclosure. Now let's get into the fun part. So I am a rouge, and after I hauled everything you're about to see, I confirmed my status as a rouge for next year. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you need to become a part of Sephora's Beauty Insider program because it's free. And you basically get rewarded for shopping at Sephora, which if you're watching this video, you already do. You get points for shopping, you get perks like birthday gifts, access to events like this and other discounts, all kinds of free makeovers, all kinds of things. So I'll put the link to the Insider program also in the description box. Everything will be in the description box. And go learn about it because it's pretty awesome, and they're revamping it and they're adding more in 2019, more perks. So stay tuned for that. I don't know what they are, or I would tell you. I am excited to find out what they are as well. So anyway, this is a combination haul and demo and recommendations all in one, because there's just so much. If you could only see what is going, I'm going to take a picture of this actually and show you what I am looking at. There's a lot going on here. So I thought we'd break this up into stuff I recommend that you get that I already own that I think now is the time to grab, show you what I picked up myself, and then put some of it on because it's too fun to just show it to you. I want to play with it. I will say that I have on right now some things that if you had your eye on, this would be the time to pick it up. You've heard me talk about this ad nauseum. This is the La Mer Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. That is what I'm wearing right now. I actually got this at the Sephora Friends and Family event, so I got it for 20% off myself. This is a very expensive foundation, and any discount helps. Another item that is good to stock up on is skincare, because skincare can get pricey. And of course, this one is particularly pricey, the SK2 Facial Essence Treatment. I use this every day, morning and night after I wash my face, before I move on to anything else. It comes in a variety of sizes, but obviously the bigger the size, the deeper the discount. So I thought I would mention that. Something else that Sephora has recently started carrying as of September is Charlotte Tilbury. And I don't own everything in the line yet. I'm working on that. But a few things that I want to mention that I think are really worth grabbing if you've been thinking about it. The Magic Foundation, another foundation that I love. Also the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I should say that I wear this in shade 2, which is also fair pale. And the Hollywood Flawless Filter, I wear it in shade 1. This is... some would say pricey, but really for what it is, it's not. It's the Film Star Bronze and Glow, and it's really two products for one. You have your bronzer and your highlighter. This is the fair to light shade. There's also medium to deep shade. And I've had this one for, might be going on 2 years now. It's been at least a year, and I have not quite hit pan. I'm getting close, but I haven't yet. And I use this constantly. The cream eyeshadows, I actually want to grab another one. So if you've been curious about the Charlotte Tilbury line and it's been maybe a little out of reach or just not quite what you wanted to spend, this is a great time to pick it up. In fact, while I'm chatting with you, I'm gonna slap on some bronzer because I haven't put that on yet. I will not take up too much more of your time with my recommendations. I will just list them in the description box. And then we can get on to the fun part of the haul. Oh, I forgot to tell you about another favorite Charlotte Tilbury product. So I have my foundation on, and I have concealer on, and then I set my concealer with something I picked up, something I hauled. So I've always been a fan of Laura Mercier powder products. I first started with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I think we all probably have that in our collection at this point. And then I moved on to the Secret Brightening Powder because I thought that would be great for setting my under eyes, and it has been great. But I have moved on to something else. This is the Secret Blurring Powder because I am of a certain age, and I feel like my concealer can hide dark spots and brighten, but we're dealing with fine lines. And this does not look like much in the pan. And the reviews, it's interesting. Another thing I like about Sephora is you can learn a lot from your fellow Sephora lovers. So I read about the description online, and then I sat and went through all the reviews, and I learned how to use this properly, so which was very helpful. So it looks like nothing. It looks like white powder, flat. It's hard in the pan. Actually, it feels very velvety in the pan. And it does come off. I think you can see that on my finger. The key to using this, put your concealer on under your eyes, which I have done. And then you take a little brush. Could be if I actually used a flat eyeshadow brush for this. And you just, instead of sweeping back and forth, just pat. I'll just add a little more. It might not look like much. I actually do notice a little bit of brightening happening. Maybe not with this fluffy one. I did a little more dense eyeshadow brush. And I've also been using this to set my foundation in my little lines here and around the edges of my lips where I get a little more wrinkling. And I have been using this just for a little while, but I have noticed my concealer is looking better than it ever has, and I haven't changed anything else. So I think this is actually working. Another powder, so I set my under eyes and some of my wrinkles with the Secret Blurring Powder. And then this I already own, but again, something you can pick up, and I probably should have because we have hit pan again, is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish, has a really long name, Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. I wear it in the shade Fair. It's just, believe the hype. It's just really, obviously, this is my second or third one now. I can't remember. It's really that good. It's just really finely milled. It's not mattifying. It's not dewy. It's just skin. It looks, it's lovely. It's wonderful. I mentioned the Beauty Insider program earlier. Well, one of the perks, like I said, was you get points for money spent. And I bank my points. I save them. I don't know what I'm saving them for, but I save them. I think when I checked out, I had over 5,000 points, and they had a 500-point perk. So they had a couple to choose from, and I saw this one, and it caught my eye, and it was the Laura Mercier 500-point perk. This guy I'm loving. This is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlight 01, and I'm glad I tried it because I thought it was a powder, like just a setting powder. It is not. It's a highlighter, and it's beautiful. And this is a really good size. This is gonna last me a long time. It's just a pretty, can you see that? It's just a really pretty glow. There's no glitter. It blends really nicely. She's so pretty. I can never have enough highlighter. I love it. And then I want to add a little bit of blush and another point perk. This one was from a birthday perk a while back from being a VIB Rouge, and this is a deluxe size of the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Party. It's just a really good neutral blush. You can buy the full size of it. And I'm just gonna pop that on my cheeks, and then I'll show you the rest of the stuff. A few of the things that I hauled that I'm just gonna show you, and then we'll get to the eyes, which I'm going to demonstrate for you. So there's been so much buzz among y'all in the comments actually about this product that I finally said, all right, I'm buying it. I'm going to not say the name properly. It's Laneige, maybe? Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. It comes in a really good sized pot, and it's pretty pink. What I really like is that it comes with this really cute little, very thick plastic envelope and a rubber spatula to scoop it out so you don't have to put your finger in. And because it's a hard rubber, like not hard, but flexible rubber spatula, it's easy to clean. It has a very, very faint kind of sweet scent to it, but when you put it on your lips, there's no flavor or anything. So if that's something you don't enjoy, I think you will like that there's no flavor to this, that I can discern anyway. I just keep this in my nightstand. I've been using it every night, and it's lovely. I mean, I wake up with soft lips, but there's no residue all over my face like there have been with other sleeping type lip balms that I've used. So this is a keeper. I'm really glad I listened to you guys and picked it up. I was looking for a new scent. I had my eye on Nest's new one, Cocoa Woods. I tried it in store. I didn't love it. And then I found something I really, really loved. And at first I was like, oh no, can I not find something maybe a little less expensive? It's this new to me line by the brand Commodity. And they're really, I like warm, spicy, kind of smoky scents. And they have this one called Velvet. And all I saw were the bottles, but then right underneath it, they had not roller balls, more like travel size. I love that this is not a roller ball. Don't get me wrong, I have a million roller balls in my perfume collection, but this is actually like a tiny little atomizer. It has a spray. In fact, I have not sprayed myself today. I love this. This is from Commodity. It's the scent Velvet, and it's described as roasted almond, rose petals, and black amber. I love anything that has amber in it. And it's tiny, it's great for travel, it's great to keep in your purse. And at Sephora, they had every single scent of Commodity with the corresponding smaller size if you wanted it. So I just think this was great. It's a great fall winter scent. So check this one out. The whole line. There were a couple other, I think there was one called either Cotton or Wool that I also really liked. There was a gold one. If you like the warm, spicy, kind of like sexy scents, check that line out. Again, this is another YouTube made me do it. And I was when I was actually going to get the Laneige, I bought this in store. I saw this. Actually, I saw the box. It's a cool box from Dr. Jart. It's the Cicapair Dermagreen Solution Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment. I've only used this once so far, and it's really kind of cool. If there's some here. It has an interesting scent, like a earthy green. I mean, it smells green. If you could describe a color, it literally smells green. I love that it has SPF 30 in it. I've tried wearing this by itself for a little while, and it does even out my skin tone. I add a little concealer, and then I decided, let's just throw some foundation on. You can definitely wear a full face of makeup on top of this. So great for sunscreen. I love that it's in a big jar like this. I can easily depot it if I want to try. Anyway, so I'm glad I finally got my hands on this. You'll be hearing and seeing more about this as I get to play with it later on. If there's one category of makeup that I will keep buying over and over and adding to the collection, searching for the perfect one, or just, I'm like a magpie, I have to have the newest one. Eyeshadow palettes, that's what gets me every single time. And there are two that I want to recommend. They're from the same collection, and I forgot to mention it earlier, so I want to bring it up now because I want to show you the other eyeshadow palettes that I swore I was not going to pick up, and here they are. Huda Beauty, you've heard me talk about them before. These are the Obsessions palettes. And the sun has decided to come out. Hello, sun. This is the one I reach for the most. It's the Smoky Obsessions palette. First of all, a really good value for money. They're under $30. Secondly, these are the most wearable, beautiful, smooth, blendable, pigmented eyeshadows. They're gorgeous. The other one I have is Mauve Obsessions. If you're into that, if you want to try out the red cranberry kind of thing that's going on here, there's a lot of really beautiful, I feel more wearable options in this one. I personally reach for this shade as an all over lid color constantly. And then she released, I think they're limited edition. There's a whole line of the jewel tone ones. Topaz is the one that really has my eye. And they're all like more of a specific color, like ruby, emerald, sapphire, topaz, like more orange tone, red tone, blue tone, and so forth. So go check those out. They're gorgeous. Like I said, very travel friendly. You can stack them all up. But I picked up two more palettes. One is the Viseart Petite Pro one. Look how cute. Very petite. It doesn't bother me because I can't even tell you when I've hit pan because I have so many palettes. But so look how tiny and cute she is. You open it up like this. It unfolds. You have a little mirror. And you have these 8 little shadows. They're not that little. Like here's, a normal size shader brush, and it's smaller than the whole pan. You have a row of mattes on the top, a row of shimmers on the bottom. Every single shade, absolutely wearable. I have actually worn every single shade. Even this like cranberry shimmer shade is beautiful. Just kind of blended out along the edge of whatever else you're doing. Very, very travel friendly. I haven't even taken off. Look at that. Now it's even more reflective. But this is what sucked me in. I swore it wasn't that I was going to say it was a no buy, but I was pretty sure I don't need another one of these. this just somehow found its way into my little basket. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and despite the warm, coppery, glittery outside, the inside is chock full of pretty cool toned shadows. And I was like, do I really need this? Do I really want this? And then I stuck my finger in the sample they had out on display, and I said, yes, I do. So this is what we're gonna play with right now. This isn't a full-on review of the Anastasia Sultry palette, but I'll just like review it very quickly. If you like any of her previous palettes and you like neutrals in general, and maybe you want to try something a little more cool tone but not full-on super cool, get it. Is there fallout? Of course there is. It's an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. If you just tap off your brush, it won't be a problem. Most of the fallout just stays in the pan. I started with just a regular fluffy brush with Twig, which is sort of a mid-tone matte brown. I just pop that right in the crease, but we're gonna do things a little differently. Instead of just going straight across or kind of following the socket line, I'm actually pulling it all the way down. We're gonna do a little halo. So pull it all the way to the inner corner and all the way to the outer corner. And to make things a little easier, use a smaller brush for this part. And really, again, you gotta tap. Get it in the inner corner and work it into the crease. And then with the tip of the same brush, you can run it, just look up when you do it, run it under your eye as well. All the way under. I do like to blend out a little bit at this point. So with a fluffy brush, I took Fresh, which is just the satin, I don't know, cream shade. In my case, it would be Skin Tone. And I'm blending it out a little bit. Now I'm taking a color I would have never reached for. Dystopian, which is the darkest brown. I don't know that I would call it a chocolate brown, but it's a really dark, cool tone brown. I don't know if I said it is Dystopian. Love these names. And I'm just gonna pat it a little bit in the outer corner, really lightly, and a little bit in the inner corner, kind of more on an angle. And we're gonna blend. Because that looks a little scary. I understand that. I'm gonna blend it with the smaller fluffy brush I used to put on Twig. Because this is so blendable, I can pull it a little bit right up into the crease without having to apply it to the crease. Now for the fun part, we've left the middle pretty much empty. So I started with Cinder, which is the first shimmery color. Just stick it on your finger and pop it in the middle. Just like that. And then just to add a little more lightness, you could stop, but I love to just go a little too far. I'm gonna take a different finger and I'm gonna take Pearl, which is the lightest of the shimmer shades. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that right in the middle. Just to add just a little bit of shimmer. I'm gonna take my pinky, because my other hand is covered in glitter now. And I'm gonna stamp a little bit of that Pearl in the inner corner as well. Then I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush, kind of blend out the edges a little bit. For liner, I'm actually just gonna take flat brush and take Noir, which is the black shade, and just run it along my lash line. Really lightly. And I already actually did my mascara. That's it, that's the eye look. If you want to warm it up a tiny little bit, if this is a little scary to you, take a more narrow fluffy brush and either take Birch or Bloom, which are these two slightly warmer shades at the end of the palette, and just run it along the top of the crease. I'm gonna go with Birch today. Just ever so lightly. And that is the full eyeshadow look, but we are not done because I bought one more thing. I love YSL Glossy Lip Stains. They are, for me, they do everything. They add color like a lipstick should, but they are long wearing like a liquid lipstick, but they're not like a liquid lipstick, and that they don't dry out your lips and get like shrink wrapped and matte and yucky. So I picked up another color. This is, well, it's easier to read it in here. This is the YSL. This one is the from their Pop Water Glossy Stain, shade 220, also known as Nude Steam. Looks like so. And I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. It's best for the best color payoff, add a few layers. That's one layer. And I really like how it's more cool toned up here, a little warmer down here. And I just let that sit for a little while, and then I will add a second layer. That is 2 coats. You definitely don't need a lip liner with this. The tip of this comes to a really nice point, so you can really get in there and do your detail work. But if you do like a lip liner, I would say it's best to add it after you do the actual color. Then you can kind of edge where you want your lip liner to be, but you really don't need it with this product. And I was so excited to play with all this makeup that I totally forgot to show you what I picked up. It was the first thing I actually put in my cart that I knew I wanted. So every time Sephora has these beauty events, I like to get mask sets. I love playing with masks. They always offer great mask sampler sets every year. I usually get the Peter Thomas Roth ones, but this one caught my eye and I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks so cool. This is the Dr. Jart Plus Mask Heroes Face Saver set, I believe. Look at this. And it has 6 masks in this box, and it was $36. No, yes, $36. And I haven't tried them yet. I'm saving them for bath time. But they're like 2 of the rubber ones. I can't wait. Follow me on Instagram stories. You will see this on there. I mean, look at this. There's the hydration one, the firm lover one. I just want to see what this looks like on my face. And then there are a few more of the more traditional sheet masks. The clearing solution mask, a brightening solution mask, pore minimalist, and water replenishment. So I think a really good deal. Can't believe I forgot to tell you about that. Really excited to play with these over the next few weeks. So like I said, watch me on Instagram stories to see what it looked like in one of those rubber masks, because that looks pretty fun. That is the full-on haul and all the goodies. Obviously, it's not everything that I recommend. I love so many things. What I really like, and I just want to throw this out there, if you need ideas for gifts, because this is what I do, I just go to Sephora.com and I look on the menu and I look at gift sets, value sets, what's new. Those are all great places to like leapfrog from and get ideas from and just start adding things to your cart from there. I sit and watch TV and have my iPad and just scroll this. I have a lot of fun on their website. As I've mentioned before in this video, I got a lot of good recommendations from all of you, so please keep those recommendations coming. Mention them in the comments below. Thank you again to Sephora for sponsoring this video. It's always a privilege to work with you. Thank you to all of you for making these opportunities happen for me. I'm really grateful, and I hope you understand that and know that, because I am. And thanks for hanging out with me for a really long time, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.